Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the A Link to the Past No Major Glitches League. We have a double feature tonight. We got FoxLisk versus Chexhuman on the left, and Buane versus Lanxion on the right. And our commentators for this are ID and PH112358. Take it from there, YouTube.
All right, welcome in everyone. Thanks. Bitey here. Joined by PH, and we got a good double header for you today. So if you're watching the restream, we've got FoxLisk and Chex top to bottom on the left, and we have Buane and Lanx top to bottom on the right. All very top runners in the A Link to the Past community. Maybe 1 minute or so separating everyone, so it should be a tight game. We're hoping for a tight game. And joining me today is PH. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I am doing so great. I am so excited for this. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, so just getting the file names ready. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure you all do, they choose the file names of the opponents. And obviously at the end of the run, a verification process that you can do is reset the console, and you should have the file names there. We got some interesting ones there. We got I Love Link, Lanx Knight, Glitch, Larg, and Pog. So some interesting ones today. We're unfortunately missing Clear Mouse. No one knows where she is. So there she is. Yeah. It wouldn't be an NMG race without Clear Mouse. So we're starting off. So obviously, exciting escape. Everyone's favorite split. I know it's my favorite split. So lots to going on there. So there shouldn't be really too much to separate them. Escape maybe 4 or 5 seconds unless something drastic happens. So.
Yeah, although I will say one thing, buddy, it's not just NMG, it's any Link to the Past. It's not Link to the Past, period, without Clear Mouse, so.
Duntap is favoring Lanx. Yeah, get your, who do you think is going to win out of all 4 of them? There's a good call. Let's get your votes in for first and second, the top 2 today. Oh, Check's having a little fun on the bush there. Never fun getting stuck there.
Run's over, he's done.
Yeah, reset.
Oh man, so I think actually it's a pretty good example, Bitey. Maybe if you want to talk a little bit about some of the movement tech that we'll see here, and I think all through the run. I know that for me it was a big difference starting to understand like how pumping worked and the idea of like kind of clean movement and all of that.
Yeah, so escape is basically walking for 6 minutes and a couple of guards. So really it is all about movement and, going through the doors without nudging. There's a little bit of guard RNG. You can see Fox having a party there, killing 2 green guards. So that will lose you about a second or so. But give or take, most of these guys here are going to get through here with no problems. You see most of them doing the top spin there. In fact, they all doing the top spin, no problem with the keys. But yeah, and then utilizing pumping is really the only kind of tech that's going to speed you up. It's maybe going to save a second through escape, maybe a little bit more on the sewers room. So maybe a couple of seconds. But basically, we're looking at guard RNG, the key rat, and ball and chain, basically, as kind of the 3 big ones that affect the run. So that's your green guard there. He got left for Buane and right for Lanx. So, that can be half a second. And at this level, that can be quite a bit. So. So it looks like we are all pretty much in the same room as we expected. I'm pretty sure most of these guys are going to do the 8/ strat, but we will see. So Buane opting to kill the green guard, and they're all doing pretty well here. Yep, they all crushed it. I don't think anyone really had a tink there. It was hard to watch, but it looked like all of them were pretty good. I don't know if we just lost PH there. I might be on my own for a little bit. We'll see if he comes back. So yeah, Fox is a little bit behind. Didn't quite sure. Yeah, I think he took a hit there. So you can just see how one little hit there can really put you a little bit behind. You know, he's like a room behind now, so a couple of seconds behind. But obviously, this is not the stage that really matters. Where it really matters is when you get into the dashing stages. That's when you're going to start to see big time loss there. Are you still with us, PH? We may be a man down. We'll see. Okay, I guess I'll be solo for a little while. All right, so Lanxion and Buane are pretty much screen for screen right now, and so is Chex. Like they're like Chex and Lanx here are synced. Fox about 2 or 3 seconds behind there, so I actually have the I actually get to see their splits, so I'll be able to tell you roughly how they're doing versus their PB. So Fox's PB at 124.30. Buane's PB is around 123. Is that 55? 45? I think it's 55. And Chex is a 125.22. I think Lanx I can't read his 125.33. So I mean, all within like a minute of each other. So we should expect a pretty close match. Hoping for no disasters. Obviously, a disaster in this kind of race is, you know, it can be a game over. You know, practically if you get like a death at one of the bosses, it costs you a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. So we're hoping that everyone has a clean, deathless run with no major mistakes, and we get a nice close race here. Looks like Buane is storming into the lead with his super pumping. Look at the way he's pumping there, so... I guess we're pumping on the water also. That saves a lot of time. We're going to see the rat RNG here. Buane getting a nice one. Lank getting a nice one. Chex got a really nice key. And Fox having a rough escape here. Oh, he's clinked as well, so you got to watch that. Has he got the key? I'm nervous. Oh, he got it. Oh, I was nervous there. So yeah, he opted to do the top left boom. You can't actually see the key when you do that, so sometimes you can miss it. But what actually happened is he boomed and it clinks. I think the key didn't drop, so sometimes that happens. You can stagger a little bit, but still a sub 6. So the run is still safe, I think. Oh, that's a 59. 59.8. The run is saved. Are you with us, PH? Are you back?
I am. Sorry about that. I kept getting disconnected.
All good, bid. All good.
Yeah, but it looks like not too much, like you said, right? Not too much separating most of our runners, because Escape is not a split that has huge differences, but 7 seconds is actually a pretty wide gap for runners of this caliber coming out of Escape.
Yeah, Fox had a rough escape. He had a bad Kira, and I think he had an issue with the ball and chain. But that won't really bother him. 7 seconds isn't too much. It's basically just one landmill cycle, less or more. So when you think about it like that.
Yeah, we have plenty of time for lots to happen.
So definitely... Ooh, having a little bit of a smoke to the pus there from Buane. So really, the overworld can sometimes. Obviously, they're all picking Sank Heart. Most of these guys probably wouldn't pick up Sank Heart in their PB runs, but obviously, the tournament Eastern can be a little bit scary. You take 1-2 hits from the Octoroks, and you're basically 1 heart, and then getting a death here would be huge. So most runners opting to pick up the Sank Heart.
Yeah, and I think the thing about Sankart too, right, is that it's such a good safety with really low time cost. Most of the other safeties in the game will have a really pretty substantial implication for how long they take to pick up, and you potentially utilize versus your overall time.
So it looks like Lanx, Buane, and Chex are all on the same screens here. There's really not much separating them. Fox catching up. He actually had a good overworld, so he actually made some time back there. I'm thinking not much, but maybe a second or so. He's definitely caught up a little bit. But there's lots in go here. So obviously we all know the Stalfos room, the movement that they're doing here to hit the 2 invisible Stalfos to make the door open. If you miss that, then obviously you're going to have to kill some more and waste some time, and we don't want to do that. Picking up the arrows here in the bottom right, smart thing to do. You can skip these arrows, but it is you are leaving a 1 in 8 chance to basically have your run die. So
yeah, and like you say, I think we'll see a lot of these runners probably do strats that are very, very, very small margins safer than they might, like in terms of an arrow route or potentially even a bomb route, than they might worry about in a PB run, just because in this kind of race setting, you really don't want to be in a situation where the run dies because you got bad luck, you know, or a drop didn't happen that you anticipated.
Or you run out of bombs. I'm not sure who did that.
That would never happen.
No, that would never happen. So no problems with the boosts there. Fox coming in, trying his best to catch up. Little down boost there, not much, but loses a little bit of time versus the up boost there. So Fox coming in really with 2 hearts and Fox 1.5, so basically 2 hearts. So no scary top parts of Eastern here for anyone. You'll see obviously picking up the 2 arrows in the bottom left, very important. Otherwise you don't have enough arrows to defeat Armos quickly anyways, without having to grab more arrows in the room before. Ooh, interesting RNG from Lanx there, pausing. And pretty standard stuff from all of them. There's not going to be too many sort of strategy changes there. I'm pretty sure most of them will do Pincus or, you know, the regular Armos here. So it's kind of when we break out of Eastern, we start to see some different stuff, some different strats, minor variations. So.
Yeah, and of course, Chex getting a little bit off there in the Zelda Gamer Room, so named because of the great Zelda Gamer and his unusual experience in said room.
Yeah, it's a rough room. Can lose you a couple of seconds. Again, doesn't seem like much, but at this level, 2 seconds in one room is a lot. No real problems here. I saw that Buane took a smoke to the face there with his mimics. I think Chex had a rough RNG and ZGR, so they kind of lost minor time there, about a second each. But Buane coming out on top, it looks like by about 3 seconds here. Then Lanx, then Chex, and then Fox trailing by around 6 or 7 seconds to Fox, to Chex there. So pretty close so far, like we expected.
Yeah, so we didn't really get into it, Bitey. Who's your pick for tonight?
Who would be my pick tonight? Top or for the 2 matches?
Let's just go top total.
Top total. I would choose FoxLisk, and mainly because, in my opinion, he's one of the most consistent runners at his level. He consistently puts up great times. You know, very close to his PB all the time. As do the other runners, but just with my experience playing against him and seeing how he runs, I would definitely put him first. But we'll see what happens. He would be my pick.
Yeah. And I think any of the 4 honestly could come out on top, and it wouldn't shock me. But I'm gonna go with I think Chex. I have no reason whatsoever. Just kind of like a feeling that he's gonna have a good run tonight. But really hoping that we see great runs from all 4 of them, and I think that they all certainly will perform.
Oh, Buane missing the first step there and struggling to get in the door. Spin speed. Oh, and a bonk from Lanx. The first bonk of the day. You'll love to see it. So that'll make up for Buane's little dance party at the stairs there. So the spin speed saves roughly 22 frames if you do it perfectly. Best time save in the game. Not.
Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of the fascinating thing about so many of these rooms is that there are really, and not to say that spin speed by itself is necessarily that, but there are some really difficult strats that can save a little bit of time. But so much of what it comes down to is being consistent with good movement, making the right decisions around how to handle RNG, knowing what to do. But then sometimes you just can't help yourself and you want to spend a bunch of time learning how to do something that gets you like 10 frames.
Yeah, I mean, that is, when you get to the top level, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about shaving frames. Every room, 10 frames doesn't seem like much until you add 10 frames up every room or every screen.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Dow said that there were approximately 8 million rooms in this game, so.
That sounds about right. So Buane again, still coming ahead here. Lanxion Chex closely following. And again, Fox trying his hardest to catch up, but these guys are putting the pace down, so wasn't really too many errors. You'll see difference in menus. They've all used their menu on the overworld, obviously, because they have the book, but there's a few different places you can use it. There's obviously a few places you can use it here. I'm imagining... I'm actually not sure who will go for the spin speed. Again, the spin speed around 25 to 30 frames, but if you miss it, it's a big loss. You basically have to go all the way around. So we'll see who uses it. Obviously, the cannonball room, another place for the menu, or the pre-torches, or the pre-Lamo torches is another place. So we will see. Nice exit for Buane. He gets right through, so does Chex, so does Lank. So let's see. Fox is going to get caught up, isn't he? Oh, he makes it. I thought he was going to get the last straw there and not make it.
That's great.
That's actually very good for all four of them to get through without having to stop. Is pretty good.
Yeah, this has all been pretty so far. Not that there's a ton, but this has all been like pretty clean so far. Nothing too crazy in desert.
Yeah, basically from Lanmo onwards, that's when we're going to start to see shenanigans happening, I'm pretty sure. Lanmo and Hera. Well, Lanmo through... No. Basically, Lanmo through Moldorm is probably the biggest section of the Light World that really splits people apart, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong in those sections, so...
Yeah. And then after Lanmo, there's nothing that can go... Or excuse me, after Moldorm, there's nothing that can go wrong, right?
Not really. It's after that the game's pretty free, right?
Exactly, totally free.
So yeah, all pretty good so far. Nice using the menu in there, so that's a nice menu from Fox. I like that menu. Using it to basically get a optimal block push there without too much movement. Lanx and Buane did the spin speed. I didn't see about Chex there.
I don't think he did. I think he just came off normally. All right, getting into the Lanmo fight. Always a fun one.
All right, you watch Fox and Chex, and I'll watch Buane and Lanx here. All right?
Okay, sounds like a plan. Also, just for those who don't know, Bidey's comments on menuing, Bidey is a big menu guy. He's all about the menus. We've had plenty of conversations about it already.
We got Buane on his second cycle and Lanx on his second cycle. Ooh, looks like this is going to be a fourth cycle for Buane. Yep, and looks like ooh, I don't know. That was hard to see. I think Buane had an early 4, and I think Lanx had a late 3, but I can't be sure.
Yeah, Chex got a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
I was going to say, Chex got like a kind of slow 4, and Fox had a pretty quick 3. So that's Fox, you can see that made up the whole difference right there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking with Lanx and Buane, because Buane was ahead going in, and they're tied. They're actually synced pretty much. Ooh, Buane showing us why Jazz Dash is not great. But it's all right. He has the Sank Heart, so he will survive.
And now we come up on the fake flipper. There's one of the glitches that we do allow, right? It's no major glitches, but that doesn't mean no glitches. And so even though we don't have the flippers, we will be able to swim into a warp portal and save. It's a pretty significant save over having to run all the way around, right?
Yeah, there is also another option of basically grabbing the ice rod and doing a water walk. And it only loses about a second, I believe, but then you're stuck with the ice rod in your menu for the whole game. So It's not utilized very often, but it's not that much of a time loss to do that, I believe. I know for low percent it's not, but I'm not sure if it's the same in NMG, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. The timing should be similar.
Oh, that's interesting. This game never ceases to amaze.
Well, I'm pretty... Are you sure, Series? Because when I timed it, it was a second. But we can retime it.
We're coming through with the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say the world's most talkative old man here, getting our third save and quit spot that we never use because you can't save and quit in this mode.
Pretty good. Yeah, Fox making out. Fox might actually be in the lead here. So I said, as soon as the lawnmower mold arm section, that is the section that really starts to put a dent on the runs.
Yeah,
it's like
he and Buane
Fox is taking the lead.
So. Buane bonked on that dead rock there. He's actually a little... I mean, he'll probably be fine, but like 3 hearts here, you get a little bit of bad RNG in a couple of these rooms. Like, you can get a little sketchy.
Yeah, they haven't really had too... Ooh, bump to the face there, but you haven't really had too... Oh, another one, so... Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, it's been pretty good. Like, really no major issues. Like, Buane is low on hearts, so we'll see what he does here. Obviously, 123 runner, but it is a tournament. You basically have to get all the way through to the end of Mole Run with 1 heart. It wouldn't surprise me if he went low and picked up the pot heart. The other option is to hit the Wimpy switch. Renamed live for ZSR, so we don't know. We'll see what he chooses to do.
Ooh, and Moldrum got pretty friendly there too. That would have maybe made the decision for him.
All good on the torches there. So we'll see what he decides to do. I'm also interested to see if... I doubt anyone was going to do the early bomb jump, but we'll see. I think Buane, if anyone, would maybe do it, but... Nice arrow drop there for Buane. Buane and Lanx pretty close here. Looks like Buane stepped into the lead. Fox is like right on his tail though. Yep, hitting the switch there. Didn't surprise me. I'm not sure if he's going to go all out here and grab the heart too, but we'll see. Yep, going low for the heart. Smart call. Oh, Fox going for the early bomb jump. Very, very, very nice. And Buane doing it. Very, very nice. Chex with the spin and Lanx with the bonk. So nice to see all the strats there. Really kind of cool to see how much it can actually put you ahead. That's... Ooh, Fox having to do a redash on the bumper skip there. Easy BG. That sounds so wrong, dude. Alright, let's see. I'm kind of trying to watch them all here. I haven't seen any disasters yet. Fox had a very good fight there. Buane on the last hit here. Ooh. Oh, he got a spin there. Chex with the dash. Lanx being patient. No disasters there, so yeah, probably 4 or 5 seconds between them all. Fox had a very good fight, actually, and so did Buane. He had to wait a little bit for the spin, but no disasters. We got a 22:33 there for Fox. 5 seconds, 6 seconds behind for 22:41. Chex is a 22:42, so 7, and a 22:45 for Lanx. So all about 6 or 7 there. Oh, Buane taking a dead rock right to the face there, right off the start. 2 hearts down. That's not good. FoxLisk taking a hit as well there, actually. So the two leaders taking one to the face there. Obviously, all going to be doing... I'm pretty sure they're all doing bird shoot here. Buane is pretty rich here with 19 arrows. Buane's doing the pickle shoot far left. And gets the pickle, very nice. What, the Chex to shoot that pickle from the right? That was interesting. Did I miss that? Did you shoot that pickle from the right-hand side? Is that something new? And, so yeah, pretty much, again, really close. This is amazing. This is great. Lance just a few seconds behind, but I'm not sure if his stream is the same. 23:56. Yeah, so I think Lance's stream is just a little bit delayed too. So yeah, Lance is actually closer than it looks. I'm pretty sure. It's not far off it though. Yeah, so that's very, very close. So the Master Sword has been picked up, and we are off to fight Aghanim.
And Aghanim never has any RNG, right?
No, none at all. Really. Very small.
Totally normal. No changes.
So you'll see here the runner's trying to get to, and I'm rusty, but I'm pretty sure the exact number is 104? I think, because you pick up 6 in Aga Tower. I think 104 is what you're trying to get to. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it's because it's 6 in Circle of Pots, right?
Yeah.
Blue under one and the green under the other.
Oh, Fox with the fence bonk. That is impossible. I'm not sure how people do that.
It takes a runner of that talent, right? That's just special.
It's a pretty big pixel window. So all coming in here pretty close together. Not sure if we'll see many differences in strats here. Probably mostly the same. The regular 2 arrows here, and then the slash. Oh. It's Fox going for the down, and Buane going for the down. This is... that's interesting. Buane's slashing before... that's interesting. Was he trying to get the fairy there? Why was he slashing before he went into the room? Well, I'm seeing stuff I'm not used to here. So
we're all learning.
You need to fill me in. You slash before. Usually you don't want to spawn anything there, but maybe he was trying to spawn it to get his beams back or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I figured. He wants his beams here because it saves a lot of time. Only problem is now I think he's on the ferry, so the ferry could drop on the bridge. Not that it's a big concern. So 2 different strats you're going to see here on the Fox.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Chex was a little short on money, so he actually took the low path to pick up the blue rupee, an extra blue rupee under the pot. That was really good. Noticing that he was shy.
Oh, Buane taking a spear to the face there. And Chex is low on arrows, but he's about to pick up some here. And Lanx with his beams of power. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, Lanx having a bit of an issue there.
I think the biggest takeaway I have is just how well all of these runners have played. Look at how close they are going into Aga here. I mean, there's a lot of RNG in the Aga fight itself, but these are really, really, really closely contested runs here for all 4 of them.
Yeah, I agree. It's sad that it's we're probably all going to come out of here with well, I don't know what's going to be shaken up after this. Let's hope they all get 0. What would be the odds on all 4 of them getting 0? Is there any mathematicians in the chat? It's got to be pretty damn low, but yeah, I'll watch the 2 on the right again.
Okay.
I'm sure the chat will help us out here. 0 for Buane. Still 0 for Buane. Oh, here we go.
See, Tam raises an excellent point. The chance is 50% because it either will happen or it won't. It's 50-50.
Two. So we got 1 and 2. Still a 1. 1, 2. It's a 2. 3. 3. And 3. So it's 3 for Buane. 4 for Lanx.
I got 4 and 4 right now.
Yeah, I got 3 for Buane. He's done. Lanx looks like he's on 4. Yeah, so 1 more hit here.
And I had 5 for Fox and 4 for Chex.
5 for Lanx.
And that basically tied them right up.
6 for Lanx. Oh, here we go. He's going to get the 7.
Oh, no.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Okay, he got 6. All right. Fox had 5, I think. Buane had 3. And Lanx looked like he got 6.
Yeah. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice.
Okay, I'm going to use the wash and break on the text here. It'll be 2 seconds.
Oh no, I'm all by myself. I don't know what to do. Everyone help me. All right. So, just moving into the first dungeon of the Dark World here, the Palace of Darkness. And this is the rupee route that we just did. This is why it's so important, is because it requires 10 rupees for you to have Kiki, the monkey, follow you, and then 100 for Kiki to open the dungeon, because Kiki is an extortionist and just the worst. So we'll see. Hopefully nobody gets hit, because that would be very, very bad. Because if you grab Kiki and then get hit, you have to pay another 10, which we don't have. So fingers crossed. When getting through nice. You also look for the runners. You'll see them turn around, kind of right at the door. That's the Kiki dash, because otherwise Kiki will walk up and is very slow when walking. So the goal is to kind of proc the text box with Kiki as close to the door as possible. Ooh, bad RNG for Lanx. All right, so in Palace of Darkness, the big thing here is there's a couple of pieces. One is you're kind of tracking your bomb route, because Pod has a ton of bombs in it. And then the other thing is getting a clean and quick hammer jump is really, really, really important. That's going to be the jump that we do to skip a fair amount of walking and skip needing to get an extra chest, so that we can get to the big chest and get the hammer very, very quickly, which you'll see here in just a minute, and is probably the first kind of like potentially really tricky tech that you could see an error on. Although these runners very rarely make those types of errors, right, Bitey?
Yeah, it depends if they use menu buffers. There's a few minor variations. People use sword buffer strats. Some people use sword buffers with like visual cue to check, then menu as a backup. Some people just do straight up menus. I'm pretty sure most of these guys are going to try to utilize mostly sword buffers and then use a menu as a backup if it goes wrong. So, but it definitely does. It can go astray from you pretty easily. So hopefully it's all shining armor.
Yeah, and the sword buffers can be particularly tricky, because if you go too far down, right, you actually have to do kind of a diagonal up buffer, because that's the only way to move a single pixel depending on where you are, as opposed to just going straight up, where you actually have to move 2 if you're going upwards.
So you see Buane using the menus there. Checks at a really good hammering up there.
Very nice.
Ooh, you'll see. Ooh. Fox had to just check his position there with a slight buffer. Lanx coming in now to the hammering up. He got first time, and he's going to use sword buffer. Oh, Oh, that was scary.
It
Sword
was
buffer
really-
looks so scary. You got to be confident with your sword buffers to go for that strat, but they all made it. Oh, a sexy statue for Buane. Does anyone know how much time that actually saves? I've never really had a definitive answer.
I think
Fox.
it's about 1 million years.
This could be close to that, yeah.
Check's
So all of
going
them.
back. Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, Check's going back and getting some extra arrows there, so you can actually see how slow that is, even though it doesn't feel like a big difference. It's a good couple of seconds, and actually swap the lead between he and Fox right there.
Yeah, you can actually leave this palace with 0. Just make your arrow round tighter, but you can leave with 0. It's but it is comfier to have arrows, or more than none. You obviously see their bomb is mostly the same. Fox having one more bomb than the rest of them, so I think mostly their splits are the same. I'm pretty sure most of them do. I think Buane are used to do swamp shopping. But we'll see if he still does that now. I'm not sure about the rest of them. I think Fox does TR and Meyer. Ooh, Buane taking a hit there from Helma. Spin speed Helma. Fox is utilizing that too, and so is Chex. Nice fight from Buane.
And of course, the spin speed there expands the hammer hitbox, because the hammer, when you try and hit upwards, right, it's extremely narrow. So using that actually allows you to be able to hit Helma Sword King from further away, which makes the fight a lot safer and quicker.
So, someone noticing that Chex has the optimal bomb and arrow count. It saves about 1 frame, I think, with the 69 there. Very nice.
Ooh, huge.
Funnily enough, it is actually optimal to start the Dark World with 120 rupees. I can't exactly remember why, but it's actually optimal for some reason. I don't know where it saves time or why, but there is a reason for it. Random piece of knowledge.
Yeah, and Spleeby raising the point regarding the crystal catch. You can actually see the difference here. You can see how the crystal is higher, like further away from Link's model on Fox's than from, for example, Lanx's side. And the higher the crystal catch, it actually impacts like how long it falls and the amount of time that you actually can spend in the cutscene. It's actually a really cool visual to see, like, really distinctly right there the differences.
Yeah, rupee lag, that's what it is. Someone else have to explain. I have no idea what it is.
Well, we could ask Fox. He actually just posted a bunch of like pseudocode and assembly somewhere explaining the whole thing, but he's a little busy right now.
So you'll see them nudging against the statue here to get the fast hammer peg there. Fox is going to do it too, so we moved down here actually. So there's a 1 in 32 chance, I believe, of getting hit out your dash. And there's 1 RNG that's very aggressive if you nudge that statue. You do basically get it every time apart from that 1 in 32. So a lot of people opt for that. But it is safer just to dash and walk down, which I think all of them chose to do.
Fox with the huge gamer bonk there. Very important.
So again, you'll see trying to utilize the quick warps. Most people using the outside of the tree stump to get the quick warp. Quick warp does stay around 34 frames, give or take. So it is a big time save to get those quick warps. They add up. 34 frames every quick warp is quite a lot. So
yeah. And so Buane just got through safely. Fox and Chex here are about to come face to face with the fastest guard in Hyrule, Usain Bolt.
There's actually a little patch. See that little flower patch? If you actually move over that white flower patch, I think it's practically impossible for him to hit you. I'm not going to say impossible, but I think that's what you're aiming for, is that little white flower patch if you watch Lanx here. If you move over that, I think it baits him down enough that you can get past him every time. Something I didn't know about when I started until someone showed me. I used to get hit there all the time.
I mean, he's tricky. He has this unbelievable ability to screw you out of your dash.
Yeah, and then trying to get by him is a nightmare. Ooh, Fox. Having a rough time just walking that one out. Good call. And Buane's taking the lead here. Thanks, deciding to kill that blue guard. Didn't like him very much. Yeah, looks like Buane will take his time here. Looks like he's got a 38.54. So we'll see how far behind everyone else is. Obviously, the only two that really matter is Buane and Lanx, but obviously we got all four here, so kind of interesting to see how they're all doing in comparison to each other. Buane is actually taking quite a big lead here. So 38.54, and Fox is around a 39.14, so he's about 20 seconds behind, and Chex is the same, 39.15, so about 21 seconds. And then we got a 39... about 39.30 roughly, so about 30 seconds there for Lanx. So definitely starting to see a gap open up here between all the runners. Obviously Fox and Chex on the same room and they're racing against each other, so that's pretty cool, but that is correct, Twin. The two on the left, Fox versus Chex and Lanx versus Buane, they just happened to be at the same time, so we thought we'd throw them all on the same stream.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a huge thanks to ZSR for getting all this together, and of course for the tournament organizers to begin with. But I think it's a really neat way to watch multiple races. But of course, because it's NMG, it's the same environment, so it's kind of unique to see two of them side by side like that.
Yeah, I agree. Totally, it's a lot of fun as well. You don't get a minute to sit down, basically. There's a lot going on. You don't get a rest, so it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lanx having a rough time here in Thieves. He's got 3 hearts. He should be good, but he's still got the Skittle room to go. I call them Skittles. I'm not sure what they're actually called. I don't know why I call these things Skittles, but these things do 2 hearts of damage. So if you take one of those to the face, you're down to a single heart. So yeah, it was pretty rough RNG. Crickets, yeah, there you
go. I can see it. I mean, they skitter around. I could see that.
Yeah. I got weird names for these things, mainly because I can't remember what they're called. I call them all sorts of things.
Nice free bomb drop for Buane there.
Arrows for Chex there, very nice. Oh, no. The bonk! That is why we don't dash that room. Can I describe the Phelps? I will describe them when we get there. For anyone who doesn't know yet.
All right, so Buane going into the blind fight here, and not talking about how it's a scripted fight is almost as much of a meme as talking about how it's a scripted fight. It's a scripted fight. Moving on.
Yeah, it's a scripted fight, and most top runners shouldn't have an issue with it. But the odd time, if you're not paying attention or you're not concentrating, it can screw you. That's about the only way I can say it. It's pretty easy to get out of sync with this fight, and the refight is something you do not want to have to do. It sucks. Right. Pretty much your best bet is grabbing all the hearts and having beams for the refight. So you'll see there are Lanx picking up a heart. That just shows you, even Lanx top runner definitely just doesn't want to die. Shouldn't have any issues, but like I said, if something goes awry, you've got an extra hit maybe to sort it out. Yeah, no problems there though. So no deaths. Obviously, time's starting to rack up here. we'll do a little count. So we got a 43.04 for Buane. Gives you an idea of the times here. So about 15 seconds between Buane and Fox, and another 6 seconds between Fox and Chex, and then another 22 seconds or so. So about 43 seconds between Buane and Fox in their match, and only 6 seconds between Fox and Chex.
Yeah, I mean, this is really close, really across the board, but Fox and Chex in particular are basically tied. I mean, that's such a small margin for this game.
Yeah, we always talk about it in terms, or at least I do in races, within RNG realms. Basically, obviously, the last part of the RNG we have is majorly is the Ganon warps. So if you can keep yourself within, 20 seconds, that can definitely swing in a Ganon fight. You could get 10 plus warps versus 0 warps. That's easily, 20, 25 seconds there. So if you can keep it within the realms of RNG, you've always got a chance.
Yeah, and I think 10 warps versus 0 warps would feel like about 2 years, probably, right?
It is. A lot of runs have, died to warps. We don't always talk about it as much as the Aga fight, but it is a lot of time there. Losing 20, 25 seconds at the last part of the fight when you've had a great run always feels bad, but that's the game for you.
Right. It's a lot of RNG, and it's the best runners, the ones competing in this tournament, are there because they're able to deal with RNG, right, and handle things not going exactly right really well.
That's a very, very good analogy. It's something I've talked about a lot. That's what makes the top runners is their ability to deal with the RNG. Because everyone gets bad RNG, everyone gets good RNG, right? We all get it, but your ability to deal with it, to deal with the bad RNG, to be able to, have a strat for when things go wrong, makes you a better runner, in my opinion, rather than just throwing the towel in and say, well, it was the RNG's fault,
Right.
Which we've all done at some point. I've never blamed RNG for my runs, never.
No, it's definitely. Then it was the controller, right?
Yeah, there's that too. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it is true. If you don't have a good controller, it is hard to play the game if you have an issue or a ghost input, and I think most of us have gone through it at some point as well. So no issues here, apart from Lanx is down to 3 hearts. Now he's 2.5 here, so I'm wondering if he's gonna maybe bonk. He might bonk, I'm thinking here, because he's going to be down to 1.5. So if he hole or goes into the hole and takes another heart, he's going to be 1 heart, and you don't want to be 1 heart going through here. So I'm thinking he's maybe going to bonk over here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a smart choice in my opinion. He's got to remember to slash here as well. Fox. Oh, Fox getting stuck in there. Oh, he's going to watch. Oh my goodness me. I can't believe he made that through. I thought he was dead there for sure. Wow. Buane getting caught up in the spikes there, but he's okay. Electing for the safety heart and getting 2. Good call there. Obviously, Moth can go wrong very quickly as well, so we'll see how that goes. Getting a nice poke. A very, very nice fight there, and Chex getting the poke. Wow, very nice fights from everyone there. Fox and Chex, very, very similar fights there. And Chex had a nice poke dash there. And then Fox, after grabbing the safety, didn't need it in the end, but oh, yeah, just doesn't want to die here. Yeah, that's good. He's just taking his time. One hit from those mummies and he's down. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't pick up the safety heart as well. I don't know if he's got a fire rod shot though, so he might. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's going for it. Well, good luck.
All right. Let's go, Lanx.
Ooh.
Never a doubt.
Oh,
Oh my god.
very, very nice fight. That was Monka. Very nice fight. I was not looking comfortable myself though, I'm gonna admit, but he smashed it. So GG's. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. Oh, a little miss menu there from Fox. A little bit too quick there. Fox and Chex neck on neck here. Obviously, Lanx had a little bit of an issue in skulls, and that's going to definitely pull a bit more time away for Buane there. I'm thinking he's going to be close to 50 seconds or so ahead. We'll have a look here with a 48.29 skull, and yeah, it's going to be about a minute now between Buane and Fox. Sorry, between Buane and Lanx. Fox the 48.45 and a 48.48, so Chex and Fox here are 3 seconds apart. Fox going for the safe route here, and so is Chex. Very similar strats here. Getting lotteried sucks. Obviously, if you get hit into the wall, that's not good either. We're hoping Lanx is going to have a smooth end game here, make up some time. Buane's going to be hard to beat, though.
We did see Buane actually. He took a spear. It went for one of the heart drops there and was able to get it, because it is important to have beams coming up at the start of ice. So just understanding what he had to do there, nice adjustment. Yeah,
having beams is pretty important for ice. That's why a lot of people will fight to get them. And that's why getting lottery sucks as well, because you're obviously down. I think it's 2 hearts, and you try to at least get 1 back anyway, so that when you pick up your heart in the... I can't remember where it is you pick it up. You pick up a heart on the route anyways. You want to have them for the jelly room as well, so that way you don't have to use a fire rod shot. Buane did do the quick fish, and I think Fox listed it too. Lanx opting for the basic throw. I missed what Chex did. Ooh, Buane getting stuck in the water. Just dashing right into it. So you'll see that new route. I think Louis came up with that route. It's a very, very good thing to know. Basically pausing and looking at the RNG of the mini Zora, and if he blocks your path going the top route, we'll see if Fox does the same. Nope, Fox is going and getting blocked. And this is exactly why you do that top route. And Chex having a little round-around party there. That is a very tiny warp. I'd say that this, in my opinion, is the hardest section of the game. Basically from the bombable floor through the cold stair. For me, it's just the hardest section. There's so many things that can go wrong in the bomb room. There's so many things that can go wrong in the conveyor room. There's so many things that can go wrong in IPPJ. And then you have the cold stair fight. Like, it's a hard section. So we'll see how everyone fares with it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think it makes sense in part too, right? Because this is the dungeon that if you're playing it casually, you would get blue mail part of the way through, right? Like the game is kind of recognizing, hey, we're upping the difficulty level. Obviously, these runners are not going to bother, but a lot of the enemies are getting more challenging. It's getting to the point where they all do extra damage. Cold Stair is extremely scary. So,
yeah, all getting through the bombs so far there. No issues in the bomb room. No issues with the Ice Palace bomb there for Buane. Nice key for Fox. Check's not far behind. We'll see how they do. Dash turn. No problems there for Fox by the looks of it. We'll see how Chex does. No problems there for Chex. He's got 0 bombs. So yeah, he's low on bombs. This is not my route, so I don't know how that affects him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to have to pick up a bomb somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Lanx coming in to do his bombable floor room. Yeah, pretty favorable RNG for the most part from those jellies today. Fox having to do a dash there. Did he try to do the spinny clip through the stair strat and missed it? I didn't see that there. It looked like it though.
I think he got stuck on this side, the rail. It was just like a little off.
Oh no, Buane taking a hit. Oh, he's gonna have to go for 6 now. Oh yeah, that's nice. That was a really nice backup. That is not where you want to get hit. That will really put your timing off. So you can see he decided to go for slashes because he was out of time there. So that was a really, really, really good backup there.
Yeah, cold stare. I don't want to say a scripted fight, but it's like if you do it right, it's mostly going to go the same way each time. But like little things like that, you have to be able to adjust because if it gets off the rails, it gets really scary.
And just to back up my point, or the point that we were talking about earlier, I mean, that's a typical example of, adjusting to stuff going wrong. He obviously knew he got hit and went for the 6 slash. I think a lot of people, if you've just practiced one strat, you're going to go for the poke anyways, and your poke probably missed. You end up with puffs all over the place. Obviously, Buane realizing that he was way out of time and not going to get his slash off, so decided to go for the 6 slash and absolutely crushed it. So, typical example of a great top player adjusting to things going wrong.
Absolutely.
Oh no, he went too early on his spin. Oh, that's one hit KO situation here.
This is really scary.
Oh, he's tight in there. Ooh, I hate this. He's playing it pretty aggressively though. He has to though. He knows he has to though, because he's got to know he's behind.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that was really scary. He did a great job to get through that.
Yeah. I was just hold my breath. I mean, he's got to know that he's behind. I'm sure. I'm not sure if he's watching, but obviously he knows he's playing a top player, and he doesn't have time to do pause buffers and this and take your time. Like you can't afford to lose another minute there. So I think he was basically all or nothing there, and it worked out for him. So that's good.
Yeah, that's two in a row where he's basically been in pretty much one hit KO, and he's gotten through both times.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, when you get to this sort of stage of running, you are used to it, but it doesn't help when you're in a race situation. You still don't want to die because there's a very good chance that you're gonna lose or your run is over when you die, especially at cold stare, right? So it's a little bit of a different fight when you've got that pressure or that sort of mindset,
Totally. I think as great as these guys are, it is just always going to be a little different in a competition like this, right? Because when you are just competing for a PB, you're just really going up against yourself. And if you die there, it sucks, but okay, reset or call it a night, whatever, right? But right now, if you die, it's like, well, all right, back on the horse, but I just lost 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, there's starting to get our routes diverged here. So Buane going for some shopping here. Definitely the best shopping strat is swamp. We all know that. Some other people do some strange stuff, but basically you want to do swamp shopping. It's definitely the best. So
yeah, it's preferable not to have to get ruined by bad luck on the mountain when you're headed into mire, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the basics of it. I mean it does save time. It's very minimal time. But you don't want to go into mire without beams or basically, so that's the reason that I've done it. Sometimes you can get hit by a crab as well, so it's it's 6.5 a dozen. Do you want to play safer and do the swamp thing, or do you want to go for all the time save? And I can't remember what the time save is, but it's not much. Like maybe a second tops.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can do a hook climb or something. Oh, Check's missing that lever there. So basically our routes are going to basically sync up back at the TR entrance is kind of where the times are all going to sync up again. That is true, Vortex. The menu from, I think it's flute to bombs on Ice Rod is horrendous. It's a terrible menu. But you do actually save time, and this was something I sort of brought up a little bit, was you do save time on the menu in the Argus fight if you do the Fire Rod quick kill. It's a shorter menu if you do that menu.
No, Vortex, see, it's fine. Just get the 50-50 and it's no problem.
Yeah.
Oh no, Chex!
Oh no, what did he do? Did he not hit the switch?
He forgot to hit the switch.
Oh no. Oh. Rip the dream.
This was
dude.
such a close race too.
That sucks, man. It's such a bad feeling when that happens. We've all done it at some point. I've ripped a couple of runs there myself, and it is... Oh, that's brutal. We're talking about that, you know, like, but, I mean, that's speedrunning for you. You gotta pay attention. And, you know, one lapse in concentration, or you're just not thinking, and that's how easy it can be. So I think that's going to cost them about a minute, I'm thinking, so...
Yeah, so the question in the chat, Diver Down is not permitted in NMG, neither is Icebreaker. Those are rail clips that are permitted in the Rando rule set, but are not part of the NMG rule set.
So Buane definitely not too many problems for him here. He's tracking along nicely. Lanx is doing his best to catch up here. Beaming the switch there, that was quite nice. Looks like Fox is going to be the first one to get into the fight and try the optimal hook puff. What do you call it? Hook speed? Is that what you call it? I can't remember. I'm the worst at these names.
We'll go with hook speed. Yeah, I think that's right.
All right, here we go for the 0. Oh, very nice so far. Oh, he got an aggressive RNG, but he gets it. Very nice. Is he going to go for the fire rod? He is. Very nice. That was a great fight.
Yeah,
Fox
really well done.
incoming with spoilers. Loving the spoilers. Let's go.
Oops, some bad RNG there for Chex.
So Buane's going to be second up.
So what's basically happening, right, is that you have to do an item dash where you hit the dash and use your hookshot on the same frame, and that puts you in kind of a weird state where you're able to keep your sword out and actually grab the pops and hit them with a sort of beginning dash while you're grabbing them. It's not something that you could do just by using the hookshot while your sword's being held out. You have to actually do it with that dashing motion as well.
Yeah, the optimization in this game sometimes is amazing. What we've worked out over the years. And even since I've been here, there's been a few things worked out. Alright, here comes Chex's turn.
Playing really clean.
No, he's going to get another shot at it, though. I think he's too late, though. He's going to get the fast 1 cycle, though. Did Buane get the 0 cycle?
Buane got the 0 cycle and then went for spin strats instead of the fire rod.
And did he get them, or did he miss them?
Yeah, I think he got them.
Oh, did he? Nice. Check's got a pretty fast 1 cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox showing us the time save there. The hook climb, or sort out hook climb. But not getting into the warp and fire and menuing the wrong way. Alleviated all the time lost from early shopping, or whatever you call it, late shopping.
Oh no! Oh no! He's got dead rock on the bridge. Fox.
Ooh, that's rare.
Oh dear.
That's extremely rare, actually. Lanx getting comfortable one cycle. Gets another movement there, unfortunately. It'll cost him another second or so. Going for the Fire Rod quick kill. And getting the Fire Rod quick kill. Very nice. So obviously Buane, having done his shopping, is going to be heading straight to Mire. Fox picking up the ice rods. So I guess Buane and Fox's routes, and probably Chex as well, I think they're all going to converge again here, unless they've still got TR to get. No, they get the ice rod and TR, so it won't be till the entrance again till everyone syncs up again. Chex getting a nice hook climb, very nice.
Yeah, so Blueby making a good point. Fox actually took a little damage, but then he picked up, there was a heart that dropped in the grass, so he got back to full health here. Which does matter for Mire 2 coming up in a sec.
Yeah, you definitely want to have beams for Mire 2. I don't know if it's necessarily faster or not. I think it's just easier. There's a bigger hitbox with the beams. But you can do Mire 2 fast with the Fire Rod. I think it's just harder.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just Mire in general, right? It's for runners of this caliber, certainly they're very capable, but the Vitreous fight and the dungeon in general both are built around damage boosting, so there's a lot of assumptions that you just, the more health you have, the safer it is. And in this kind of a circumstance, you really don't want to be risking, taking one hit from like a slug and all of a sudden not having enough health.
Yeah, that slug is probably the most underrated menu or underrated enemy in the game. That slug will basically lose you a lot of time. If you get hit by the slug, your only option is to go. Basically, if you've got a sank and you pick up a couple of hearts, you're good, but it definitely makes it harder because it's 4 damage plus you're going to take 3, so you're going to lose 7 hearts if you get hit by that slug and doing the optimal way. So you're going to have to pick up hearts or go for the backup, which is, I can't remember, but it's quite a bit. I'm thinking it's like 10 seconds or so. Also, thanks for the raid, Yerock. Much appreciated. So Buane with a mid 105, low 105 torch time with shopping. Fox is about the same, but he's still got his ice rod to get. Yeah, it was a good race. Buane and Lanx had a little bit of issues along the way, and Chex unfortunately forgot to hit the switch. So Fox and Chex are probably about a minute apart here, and again the same for Buane and Lanx, which is the only two the races that or times that really matter. So there's about a minute between the both of them here, by the looks of it. But obviously we got lots to go. So
oh yeah,
TR, GT, and Ganon can put a lot of time, and that's where you really begin to see where the top runners start to distance themselves, from the runners that are sort of maybe a little bit behind them or so. Is definitely those 3 splits. I was actually comparing, like a 124 runner to 123. It's not uncommon to see 20 plus seconds in those 3 splits, sometimes even more.
Mm.
Like they're phenomenal at getting low times,
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Right, like, because you have to think about, like, what does separate at that level. You're literally talking about, the best 10, 15, 20, 30 that play this game. What are the things that can actually make that distinction? And that's really where, a lot of the really difficult components of the game come into play.
Say this with the most RNG you have to deal with as well, especially like in GT, and your ability to deal with all of the RNGs and not lose a million years is, like I said, the difference between a lot of the top runners. Buane's going to come in first here. Obviously, Buane done his shopping, though. Have to remember that. He's going to have his first shot at Vidi. Going to be pretty standard stuff here for all of them. Oh, missing that eye to the right. Yeah, he's going to probably get it, though. Yeah.
Nice arrow. He one cycles, but
though.
that was still pretty slick.
Fox is not far behind here. He's going to have his shot at Viddy.
Very
Nice
nice.
clean fight, yeah. So 10 hearts for Chex and 8 hearts for Lanx. You want to go in there with 7 hearts. It can be done with 5. Optimally. You don't want to, but it can be done.
That would be, I believe, the clench moment.
I mean, in a race it would be, but in a run you're going for it, right? So most people would go for it and die. You know, run over sort of situation. But yeah, no problems there for Lanx. Deciding to slash, so obviously the slash saving a couple of arrows there. Can be the difference between a pop pickup, so it doesn't seem like much, but that can be the difference between, it could be 45 frames to a second depending on your arrow routing and how tight your arrows are. Buane having a nice overworld there. Fox now just starting after getting his ice rod. Oh, having to go back down the stairs there, taking a boulder to the face and opting not to slash the dead rock there. Obviously doesn't want to slash and block himself, so opted to just walk through him with iframes. Pretty smart. Buane getting caught up there on the dead rocks there. No problem there for Chex and for Lanx. They're both through, no problems. They will be starting their climb right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we get into TR here, I'll reiterate, it's just the quality of all 4 of these runs has been, really high. I mean, you've had a couple of nervy moments on Lanx's side, and then the unfortunate issue from Chex, but on the whole, really, 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 really clean from all 4. Which, I mean, you can really see it in the times.
Getting a bush guard. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
A crab heart and a bush guard with a heart. Wow.
Well. That is interesting. And a chest turn to finish it off. That's insane.
Swag.
That is so that's awesome.
Love it.
So Buane doing the torches. Fox just entering the dungeon. Oh, getting hit. Oh, he's got to be careful. Yeah, they're having a bit of a party there, Chex. Now it's Lanx's turn. This is a really difficult... We were just talking about this screen. This screen is insanely difficult. You can lose a lot of time here. Like, to the fastest screen to the slowest screen, you can lose 4+ seconds there if you're not careful. It is so bad.
Yeah, and Clear Mouse in chat posting a gif of the classic Waffle House strat, which is extremely fast and maybe slightly cursed. From the Immortal Waffle, who has a 125.
Ooh, we gotta be careful here. Whoa! Buane in one-hit KO situation right now.
Oh, man.
Took a hit from the chompers there. Never want to do that. Ooh, Chex. Playing the bongo drums, left to right. Got it 3rd time. So yeah, always something to be aware of. Oh, and he didn't get the iframe, so Fox now in a one-hit KO situation as well. I missed that. I don't know, did he move too early? I missed that, but... So both of those guys on one-hit KO situations here. Obviously going to be hoping for the fairy drop. I don't remember if they actually had it yet. We'll see. Nope, no fairy drop
Buane
there.
Used his already. Remember?
Did he?
He took it in. He took it in Aga Tower.
Ah, that's true. No, he didn't. He didn't get it in Aga Tower.
Oh, he didn't.
He went for it, and he never actually got it. So, Lanx and Chex coming in. So, we're hoping for no issues here. Lanx taking the jelly with the neutral D-pad there. No drop for Fox. So they're going to be holding their breath here. Hopefully, no issues for them. Still pretty close, though. There's not that much time in it.
I mean, that's the thing. This is, I mean, with the 2 running up, there's the fairy. Oh no!
Oh, no! I can't believe it. Oh, he went to get his fairy and he missed the spin. Wow, we're just talking about that. Unbelievable.
And just like that.
Oh,
wow.
That's... Yeah, he was going to go back for his fairy there, and I think he moved left and he missed it. I'm not sure if he poked it. Oh my god, Fox is dead as well! He got hit by the... Oh, what is going on? It's all falling apart.
TR just...
It's game on now.
Oh my god.
I don't know if they know what's happening, but... Oh no, no, oh no, what's going on? Lanx, oh, don't die. Lanx taking it safe here. I have no idea if they know. Oh, he's through, so that's gonna swing things for sure.
So Chex is maybe, I think they're both, Lanx and Chex are still both behind because they still have to go get the big key.
Yeah, it's definitely tightened up. Chex flying along with heart, so he shouldn't have any issues here, but I'm never going to say never, but he should be fine getting through. Lanx is still one-hit KO as well, so he's got to be careful. Buane is still ahead here. And Fox is still ahead as well here, so going for the magic. What was it that hit him? I don't know if it was it the orange bouncy thing, or was it like the beam? Because he got like, I think he got god pokies, and he double hit them, and yeah, something hit him. I think it was the fireball or the bouncing head. I can't remember. I'd have to watch it back. Yeah, he got hit by the Medusa. That's what it was. Okay, so you got hit by the Medusa. Oh, you got top right. Okay. So there was so much stuff going on, it was hard to... Yeah, so...
Everyone just kept dying.
Lanx picking up the fairy there, so that's going to be nice for him. Buane getting a nice laser skip here. Fox coming into laser skip, so... They had quite a sizable... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, pretty much I think we're at the same... They were both pretty far ahead, Buane and Fox were, and this has basically brought this back to absolutely within, you know, some not huge mistakes in GT, or like in Fox and Chex's case, even just warps.
You know what? They died in a good place, because that's about the first tunnel after where you'd be going into, basically everything would be a time waste after that. So basically they'd done the left side, got the GT big key, and when they died, all they had to do was go to the top right pipe. So actually, if you're going to die somewhere, it's actually not a bad place to die, because you just go straight to the top, obviously straight through next time. No problems there for the fight for Buane. Fox's turn. Lanx doing a nice laser skip there. Chex biting at the heels of Fox. No problems for Fox there. Oh, having a little party there with the mini Helma. Oh, that's unfortunate for Lanx. Oh, rough. Made it through though.
I like that. Twin asks, is Chex a hound because he's chasing Fox?
Yeah, he can howl. We'll ask him to howl when he comes and comes. So
that's true. Chex is a human.
Pretty straightforward fight for most. I mean, you could do this fight really. It's you know, one hit KO is not really a scary situation for these runners. All right, we got 117 for Buane. We got a 1. Fox a little bit farther behind than I thought. 117.20 for Fox. He's about 21 seconds behind.
It's like, did we not even know? Chex got a gold mire. We didn't even notice.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, there was so much stuff going on. So GG's to a gold mire for Chex. It's 17:41, so Chex's about 41 seconds behind Buane, but only about 20-ish seconds behind Fox, so still all to play for there. Lanx is a little bit further behind than I thought he might be. He's about minute 10, I'm going to say, a minute 5. Yeah, about minute 6 behind Wayne. So Wayne's still comfortably in the lead. I thought it would definitely would be a little bit of a lesser gap, but obviously had a big lead going into there. So,
well, I think to your point, right, like where that death was, it actually wasn't as punitive as it could have been. Like if he had died on the way to the big key, that's way worse, right?
Yeah, that or even like dying deep into like the laser bridge. Like that's a bad one because you've gone through all of those rooms and you have to go through all of those rooms again, right? So the deeper you are into the dungeon, the worse the death becomes.
For sure.
And that's why when people start off, it's, you know, some people decide to bomb the wall for a safety because dying going all the way through there again is a big time loss. So the first part of GT is pretty straightforward. There's not really too much time to lose or save here within reason. It's definitely the second half of GT that starts to spread people apart. A lot of rooms, a lot of RNG, and lots of fun stuff can happen.
Your definition of fun and mine are very different.
Nice from Buane there. Don't think he's going to pick up the key. Sorry, the arrows. Oh, he is going to pick up the arrows.
Went for the chest turn and missed.
Interestingly, he went for the arrows there at 9 arrows. I think that'd be enough to get through, but probably realizes he's ahead and doesn't want to leave himself short.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like it's a race setting. It's, you know, you're not really in any situation where you're going to PB anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, and it might depend whether he knows he's ahead. It depends, you know, some people watching the run and some people don't. Nice fight there from Chex. Trying to close the gap. Lanx coming into Ice Armos here. No issues for Buane, no. Not really any issues for Fox so far either, so pretty much I think Buane would have to make a big mistake for Lanx to have to catch up. I don't think RNG is going to be enough for that match. Fox and Chex are definitely within the realm though. I think there's only 20 seconds or so, so Aga 2, you know, a 2 versus a 4 cycle and then some Ganon warps can definitely throw that race into turmoil.
Yeah. And even like, you know, part of that can even be made up just with better RNG in the gauntlet here as we see, you know, Buane kind of finishing his up and Fox getting started. Yeah.
Very, very good gauntlets there from Buane. Fox having to go all the way around there. Taking about 1 million hits on the way. Nice mimics from Lanx. Check's just about to start his gauntlets. Fox through, no problem.
Really
missing
nice
the slash though. Nice G2 there from Chex. Oh, having to go all the way around. Lanx about to start his gauntlets. And did Fox get a 1 cycle there?
No, he got the short hop left, so he ended up having to do a quick 2.
Nice. Looks like he must have done the spin to preserve his magic there. Ooh, Check's having a... Looks like he's going to get a 2 cycle as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Lanx going for double slash there. Interesting. You can try the arrow strat? No. Very nice. He's going to work on Lamo now. There's a lot going on in these in GT and all these streams. They're just trying to keep your eyes everywhere.
4 players at once doing GT. Nice Lamo too by Lanx.
Yep, no hover today from Buane. I was wondering if we're going to see any hovering, but I doubt it.
Yeah, you think anyone do it?
Fox is watching, I'm pretty sure, so I'm pretty sure he knows us ahead and not going to do something like that. I don't think he hovers anyways, though. Chex, I know there's a lot of randos, so he can hover pretty well. Lanx, I'm not 100% sure of.
So Buane entering the Aga 2 fight.
Nice hook shot from Fox there. Oh,
Oh,
wow,
really nice
triple off
triple.
the start, yeah.
Nicely done. Oh, I got the. That was a really. Buane had a really nice setup for its 2 cycle on that. The blue ball. Still, really nice fight.
I was wondering maybe if Chex. Ooh, getting a bounce off the motor arm. Oh, has to dash him.
Oh no!
Oh, and rip the dream.
Chex.
Oh, rough. That might seal the deal right there, unfortunately. Yeah, kind of unlucky there. He dashed through and had to get another hit on the motor arm and just got into a rough position.
Fox with a 3 cycle. Alright, Buane starting the Ganon fight. We want to see a 1-1 here for each of the first two phases, excuse me.
It's like we're getting... Oh, he missed a slash there. He's going to have to do 3 here. Oh, I don't know if that's enough, is it?
It was.
Oh,
wow.
it is. Okay. I thought he missed one there. I was like, oh, that looked like he missed one there, but he's okay. But he's 1-hit KO, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Blanks here. Only got 1 there on that cycle. Looks like a double that time.
Chex having a little bit of difficulty. There we go.
Yeah, nice. Lanx, I think he's on his 4th cycle here. Should be done now, though. Yep. Oh, no. Got 1 more maybe this time? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Blue Ganon for Buane. Going for the Fire Rod. Fox doing a little bit of poke dashing for fun. I don't know if that's optimal or not, or could be. He's put out a Ganon tutorial, so if whatever he's doing, I'm sure it's for a good reason. I'm hoping anyways. Oh, what's he doing here? He went for the spin. I think he got it actually. He went for the blue Ganon spin and got it. Buane closing out the fight. Checks on his phase 2 here. Lanx just dropping in. And Buane sealing the deal.
GG's. Get your GG's in chat for Buane.
Fox coming in here for close second, but obviously winner of his race.
That was wonderful. Bravo.
So Buane with a 1:26.06 with a TR death. Very, very good time.
Could have been a lot better. I didn't really
Fox
like
is
it. It was pretty
not too far behind here.
Hey, boo.
Here we go.
Fox closing it out with a 1:26.3x. Chex working on the Fire Rod glitch. Lanx about to do his Fire Rod glitch.
And GG's to Fox.
Getting the blue Ganon, deciding not to go for... Ooh, missed the first spin. And yeah, it should be a pretty straightforward fight now for the both of them. Kind of as a runner, I know what I'm always like. You're always like, oh, I wonder, what would have happened if I, hit the switch or did that or so. It's always interesting to see, would it have mattered? How much time does it lose? All that sort of stuff. Oh, missing the switch there. Lanx, but getting it the second time round. Chexhuman with a 1:27.19, very respectable time. Obviously, very unfortunate. Missing the switch probably cost him a minute, so rough go around. But you usually don't do it for a while after you do it. I can tell you that. And Lanx finishing up here his run. So pretty good runs all around. Lanx had a rough go on a couple of splits. Buane and Fox both having deaths, and Chex missing the switch. So for all of that shenanigans, we all finished with 126s and 127s. So that's very, very good runs from all of them for everything that went on. So
Absolutely. GG's.
Buane finishing, with a 126.06. About 28 seconds behind is Fox with the 126.34. And then about 1 minute and 13 behind is Chex. And about 1 minute and 47, I think, behind is Blanks. GG's to everyone.
Yeah, really solid races again. This game is hard, really hard. So really impressed, and I think we have both Buane and Chexhuman joining us here in the booth.
Hey guys, GG's to everybody.
First off, were you guys watching the stream or were you flying blind?
I was watching.
I completely forgot to bring up anything, which I realized right after I hit start. So I think it was during the Aga cutscene that I brought up Lanx's stream, and then realized I probably should have brought up like the Zelda speedrun stream. I don't tend to watch; I just kind of check in from time to time anyway. So it's not like I really missed much, but yeah, I'll look in like 5 or 6 times during the run just to see what's going on.
You know that you and Fox basically died right next to each other. Like you died, and then Fox died, and then I think Chex was looking like he was gonna die too. It was just you were all dying. I was like, no.
I mean, everyone who plays this game knows, like, you chase a fairy, you're dead. Like, it's the law. So even thinking about, hey, gotta make sure to get the fairy when the fairy drops, like, even thinking about it, you're dead, because I was dead, and oh well, bummer.
What happened? Did you poke or did you turn around the other way?
I think I spun too soon. That's all. I think I just spun too soon because I was watching. I got the top left, and then I had to chase the other guy to the right side, mid right. And the top left guy was going to drop my fairy because I hadn't had any drops yet. So I'm like, all right, fairy's going to drop up there, and I'm like watching the top left, not watching the other pokey. So I think I just spun too soon. Only hit him once, and he jumped right into me.
I went for a fairy before the dungeon.
That's the way.
Also, I think we're joined by FoxLisk as well. GG, dude.
GG's, thank you.
And I think you died with the Medusa fireball. Is that correct?
No, I got hit by a Pokeball ricochet.
Ah, okay, that's what I thought.
But actually, what killed me was in chomps. What happened was I had the widest open chomps in history. I hit the switch. I break the second block. And I just do the rest of the room, and I don't even notice that the chomp has gone like straight left at the speed of light to intercept that beam at the last second. And so I just get annihilated in chomps, and then never get my fairy.
And are you here, Lanx, as well?
I don't think
Lanx
Lanx has joined yet.
Okay, no worries.
He just joined waiting room.
Oh, okay, great. He'll be here in a moment. Chex, what was a reaction? I know it sucks to think about, but when you dropped down and realized that you didn't hit the switch in Swamp.
Just go back, get it. It's something that happens every year or so.
Sounds right.
Perfect timing.
I know you're not someone who gets very emotional about it. You didn't really. I have your webcam here, so you were just like, whatever, go get it. But I know a lot of people would be going nuts, myself included. But yeah, you're just like, okay, go get it. Speedrun goes on, so
yeah. I was just emotional.
Sorry, go ahead, Chex.
I was just emotional about all the insults that are being thrown about at Meyer shopping.
It's so bad. I lost so much time to Meyer shopping.
It's so bad. It's horrific. I don't know why boomers keep doing it.
Speaking of, welcome, Lanxion. GG's,
Yo,
dude.
Holy moly, thanks.
GG's links.
Yo, GG's Buane. You ever just have like a bunch of things that like you can foresee happening on like I think my biggest blunder was the cold stare, where you just you're doing your fire rod shots, like this feels way much to the left. This is gonna screw me up. Probably not. I'll be fine. What a disaster! Holy moly! Did you all die? Did all three of you die?
No, just Fox and Buane. Chex missed the switch and swamp.
They tried to handle it to us. We just couldn't do it.
Gotta say though, Legs, you definitely had by far the highest clutch factor on the back-to-back Moth Cold Stare fights there.
Oh,
Those were.
yeah, I'd like to never repeat those. Those are supposed to be pretty easy fights. No, that's just like, as soon as you like start doubting yourself when you walk into a room, it's over. It's completely over. So it's like, I was like scared of those fights with like my low health count, and then the cold stare was really obnoxious because it was actually a pretty spicy ice palace, capped off by the worst cold stare of all time. So.
I think I was. I probably would have golded that Skullwoods if I hadn't spent 100 years getting a heart. Because it was really good.
Lucky to be alive, Fox. Like you almost got hit by that last mummy when you were.
Oh yeah, I almost got hit by everything, but it was still like possibly gold pace. I fell into Moth like 422, which is like not that bad, and I probably lost 5 seconds just getting that stupid heart. But oh well, what are you gonna do?
Speaking of golds, Chex GG's on the Meyer gold. That's a tough split to gold, so really nice.
Thanks. And it was nice to be less than a minute behind going into the Dark World. So all things considered, it was going pretty well for a bit. So that feels pretty good after some de-rust for about 5 runs.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were really like the light world coming through. All 4 of you were, I want to say it was within like 15, 20, maybe 25 seconds of each other. It was really, really great to watch. It was fascinating. And then
was it bad blue balls all around?
It was 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Lynx, you got the 6 if I remember right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty bad all around.
That's all right. I don't think it would have saved me.
Imagine getting fewer than 3 blue balls.
Yeah.
What the heck, dude? Was it? It's like I got 7 against you, Chex, and 6 here. It's like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, I thought that when you guys both died, I thought you both died at the exact same spot. And we were just talking about if you're going to die, that's where you want to die. You don't want to die any further in because then you would have lost a lot more time. So it didn't have as big as an impact as I thought it was going to have when you both went down. I was like, I thought this was going to really tighten it up, but it definitely tightened up the Fox one. But I think he still had quite a bit of a lead on New Lanx. So I was surprised that he was still far ahead. Die? So.
I missed the death.
Buane died on the double pokies.
Oh, okay.
I was hunting for the fairy. I first off killed like a million things in that prize pool because like I spun the guards in Agate Tower. I killed the mini Helma on the bridge and pod. I killed the first 2 pokies and got no fairy. So I'm in. I have like 3 hearts going into pokies 2, and I killed the first pokey in the top left. And I'm just watching where he died to pick up the fairy later and. Spun too early, got killed by the pokey. It's funny, that's a death that, I mean, it's happened before, obviously, but I have no idea how much time that loses. I had no reference, and I only had like snapshots of what Lanx was doing, and I was like, I think I'm like 90 seconds-ish ahead going into the dungeon, and then that happens. I'm like, I have no idea. Am I tied now? Am I behind? Am I still ahead? I'm not going to know until the end of the dungeon, so like that was, to me, it felt like, well, now we're just dead even again. And I guess it only loses like a minute, so I was still a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't actually seem that bad. Yeah, thinking about it doesn't seem that bad. But
yeah. Like once I got back to the spot, I was like, okay, that was definitely not 90 seconds worth of.
But it's
death.
Just straight panic when that happens, though.
Yeah,
it's like
just colossal blunder. Like, oh, maybe I should be looking at the enemies on the screen and not.
Yeah.
Well, actually, on that spin. So, were you hunting for the fairy in Agate Tower? There was some commentary in chat that looked like you might have been trying to
I lost 2 hearts. I lost 2 hearts to the dead rock on Hera because I'm so stubborn with that spin speed. Like, if the dead rock is just standing there, I'm like, I'm gonna spin speed, and then the dead rock's gonna move, and I'm gonna go right past him. And it didn't happen. I lost 2 hearts, so I was on just backup strats, and no backup strat works for me in the in that prize pack room. So I just spin the guards and cross my fingers.
I got the Katy Perry was right in front of the stairs, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be stubborn. I'm going to slash this squirrel. So I walked down to the bottom of the stairs, slashed the wrong way 3 times, and then walked face first into the squirrel.
Oh, perfect.
I did see that actually. That was good.
I was rewarded because I was like, I always go for the spin speed, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to blow this here. And she just walked out of my way perfectly. Very nice of her to do so.
Oh, man. Well, to all four of you, this was so much fun. This was such a great race. I don't know, Bitey, do you have any additional thoughts? And then maybe we can give it to the runners if they have any additional commentary.
Yeah, no, I had a blast. A lot going on. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Didn't really have much time to do anything. Like I said, great runs. 126s, 127s. Really not that much time apart from all the runners. So no major disasters. So it was good to see. Good for comms. And yeah, thanks again for having us. And we'll throw it over to the runners.
Just shout out to you guys for doing a lot of work. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to talk about one run, much less two, much less four. Like there's, I don't wish that upon anybody. So I'm sure it was fun. We gave you guys, sounds like, a lot to talk about. Can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing all that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks to the comms. Thanks to ZSR also, and GG's again to everyone here.
GG's.
All right. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you again, ZSR. Thanks to our runners, VXR, who was the tracker earlier, and also Cubs Rule, who took over, and Bitey. I cannot stress how much there is no chance that this would not have worked. There's no chance this would have worked if you weren't here. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks again. Thanks to ZSR and all the runners, and for everyone being here. Take care.
All right. Just want to quickly mention tomorrow, couple more NMG races. Tam versus Mr. Aaron Snurd at 5 p.m. Eastern, and Scoople versus Doomtap at 6 p.m. So we will hopefully see everybody back here tomorrow. Until then, everybody stay safe. We'll see you back here again next time. And have a good night.